Obviously, the first thing, like I said, is figuring out who your audience is and figuring out who you're talking to. And I think the best way to do that and the fastest way to do that is figuring out a persona for your brand. So sit down, maybe work with the other people on your team. If there's a founder to work with, they probably have a very clear vision, and get an understanding of who is your brand personified. And then once you have that person in mind, it makes coming up with a strategy a lot easier, because every move that you make should be pointed towards what's going to resonate with that persona, or how would that persona engage with something or with someone. So I think trends is something that people want to dive right into, like right away when they start with social, but a lot of times the trend doesn't resonate with who your brand is and who that persona is. And so looking at it as like, okay, my name is Penny from JCPenney, and I'm a middle-aged mom who loves my kids. Something that a Gen Z teen is doing is probably not going to make sense for us.
Yeah, that makes sense. And what about you as a writer? Like, what is your perspective on like creative writing when it comes to like your whole persona?
It's actually very similar, Claire. It's like every place that I've ever written for has an exact persona. Like, she's named, we know where she lives, we know where she shops. Like, for example, at Refinery, the girl's name was Chloe. She was in the Midwest. She shopped at Target, J. Crew, and something else. So anytime like something happened in regards to that, like I had to cover it immediately. If there was a sale, if there was like a change in their business strategy, we had to cover that. But that's also where Unbothered came into it, because Claire was very insular in the way that it's like she was a white girl from the Midwest, and like the black girls working at Refinery didn't feel seen there. So it's like you have to be able to pivot within your strategy, but a strategy is definitely like where we start.
Yes.
Yes.
And I think we fall a lot with